So I have these two orchid plants that are pretty much done flowering, and it's been a year old and they're not making any flowers. They're probably not thriving, and my plan is to put them on this piece of bark. This bark I bought from Amazon, and I'm gonna place them here because I really like the orchid when it gets anchored to the bark. It looks really nice, and hopefully they'll flower. I'll show you the finished piece. So take it out from here, and then I am going to get rid of all the bark that it comes in. It comes out of the cup really easy, and this is how it looks. And then now I'm going to separate the bark out. Turns out it's got a lot of moss also, and it's really wet, and it shouldn't be wet all the time. So this is probably a dying orchid that I really have to save. So this is what it looks like after it's completely denuded. All these black ones are dead. These are dead roots. I don't know if this plant is salvageable, but I'll do my best to try to see if we can salvage it. It needs to be dried up quite a bit and then flowered every a little bit, just probably a little spray. It just doesn't need to be wet, and unfortunately this was really wet inside. So this is the other plant, and as you can see, it does look like a little bit more alive here. So I'm going to also clean it up. So this looks much more salvageable to me. I'm going to just clean it, wash it. There's the wet roots nicely. You don't try not to try water not to go on the top of the orchids. So just wash it, and I'm gonna leave it to just get a little bit dried up. So I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm gonna make two holes with this thing. You can make a hole with a drill, that's probably easier, but I'm gonna make these two holes, and then I'm gonna put a wire through them. So it's not really easy. It's not really difficult to do this hole. It's just, you just have to be gentle with it, and you can really make a hole just like this in the bark. It's a cork bark. So now I have holes here. I don't know if you can see them, but I can. So these two holes. So I have this wire that I'm going to cut now, cut a little bit extra if I can, and just like that. So this is what it should look like. So this is the orchid upside down, and I am going to put this dry moss a little bit, just a little bit right up here, and turn it around, and then I'm going to put it inside this wire and then add more moss to it. This is what it looks like. The wire needs to go pretty close to the orchid, as you can see right there. Actually should be even a little bit higher. Orchid has two types of roots. These lower roots right here are for to be getting water directly, and this upper roots, they get moisture from air. So I'm hoping after this, you just spray the bottom part just once in a while, once a week or other week, just to keep it slightly moist, and that's all you need to do. And just hang it. I'm going to just put a hanger behind it and just hang it on the wall, and then it's going to look good once it flowers. So this is the finished product. This is the better orchid. I think it's got the greener, more alive roots, and leaves are more supple. Here this is not that good, but I just put it in because that's the only orchid I have right now, and I'll see how it goes. So it's got a main wire that you can see sometimes, and there's another wire that I got underneath it on both sides. You can see this, but I can easily hide this, which I will slowly, but this is what it's going to look like. They look really nice, and once they have flowers, it looks really brilliant. You can actually hang it on the walls as well. I just put it on the wall, on the shelf.